What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction, back with some more Roland Orzabal, and we're going back to his 2001 album Tomcats Screaming Outside. And the next tune is Under Ether. It made me laugh when I saw it, and in fact it made me flashback to more than 25 years ago, because it reminded me of my teenage years when I got a t-shirt. Don't remember where I got it, but it was Curious George passed out next to a bottle of ether. I remember my parents seeing and being like, I don't really approve of that. And it's like, it's a joke t-shirt, come on. Nevertheless, it does make me wonder whether it could be about someone under the cognitive maleffects of inhaling ether, which ultimately is used in engines and industrial processes, so no matter what effects it had on your brain and cognition, it would not be biologically healthy. So yeah, it makes me wonder if there is some connection there, or whether it's a different meaning. It's not spelled like the sort of mythological understanding of ether, or at least, ancient understanding of ether as being one of the forms of matter and so on. Nevertheless, we'll find out what it is. This is Roland Orzabal, Under Ether, from the 2001 album Tomcats Screaming Outside. I would think this is Recoil if I didn't know better. Alan Wilder's like, dude, what is Roland doing over there? Heavy, dramatic.
Someone said the world was under ether, but I bet you bottom dollar, I bet you bottom dollar that before your eyes we turn to dust. Bodies erased. Someone said the world was all but dried out. Written on the walls around you, waiting for the paint to dry. We might not have to talk about it, think about it.
I love that riff. He's like, you like it? Alright, let's kick it up.
If you stole your thoughts while you were sleeping,
This sounds like Duran, like Cocteau and Duran or something.
looking for an open mind, and you wipe that smile right off your face. Rock and roll, baby.
Yeah, love this. There's a menace to it.
Talk about it,
And then it,
think about it.
but what was that line at the beginning? The whole world is under ether? Is that what he said? Felt that one coming. I don't know why that track was making me think of all these different artists, but again, it was making me think of like, dark late 90s Duran a little bit. It was making me think at the end, like, with a male singer, but that notable difference aside, it was making me think of a bit of like Cocteau Twins or like Siouxsie and the Banshees, because it had this dark, swirling, hypnotic sort of feel to it. Basically, a really interesting tune. And yeah, I'm not quite sure, or not vocally, lyrically, what's at play. But yeah, ultimately, the Roland vocals did get into the high territory a couple times when he really let it out, but he was singing sort of like heavy and like deep and in tune with the sonics, which at the very beginning I was saying it was reminding me of Recoil, and when I cut myself off because it went into a different section, that's what I was gonna say. Like, no joke, if you had played this without telling me it was Roland before his voice came in, I definitely would have guessed Recoil. And then when his voice comes in, it's like, okay, well, that's Roland Orzabal. I know that voice, but yeah, ultimately it had the sonics of like a Recoil tune, with that sort of heavy industrial syncopation. Though I did enjoy that countercurrent, that warmer countercurrent that would come in periodically. So yeah, really cool composition, great vocals. Once again from Roland, and like I said, it was making me think about some of my favorite deep dives that I've been going through in the last like year or so. So I don't know, like I said, why that one reminded me of so many different flavors. But yeah, really cool tune, and a notably different one from the previous track on the album. I do enjoy the variety of this album as we've gone through it. So once again, shout out to Philip for making it available. Shout out to Kim and many others for talking about it before we got here. Michael, another person. So I really do appreciate the patience when it comes to Tears for Fears and the Roland journey, because I know amid all the different deep dives I'm going, it's stretched out more than it used to be. So I do apologize, but we will continue to go through it once we get through that. Everybody loves a happy ending. It's been waiting for us for a long time, and finally then I'll begin to bridge the earlier sounds of Tears for Fears that I've come to understand much better than I did as a kid, with the tipping point and later material, the tracks that were on Rule of the World, including I think at least one or maybe two that were originally supposed to be part of that album that was eventually scrapped. So either way, I'll stop jabbering. Do let me know what you think of this one, and once more, shout out to Philip for making this available. Let me know what you think. Peace.